Okay, guys. I hope I got the lighting fixed in here a little bit. I'm going to show you how this one here is turning out. I would say it's almost finished. I have some work to do under the hood. Since it was a curbside and it had a block-off plate for the bottom to be glued in instead of an engine, and I had to do a firewall that I found out of my parts box and a bunch of other parts of the engine, the Pontiac engine, the correct Pontiac engine. That was tough to find, but I found it. Okay, there's that one. Greg Stelse's, I put in windows, put the trim around the windows. Let's see what else happened. Doesn't want to sit right. Isn't that nice? But I'll have it lined up much nicer than that. And I got the taillights done, and the top part of the chrome trim, I got them from a 55 Chevy truck. They were the bumperettes from that are cut way down, and I shaped them, put them into place. And then I didn't have two of the taillights the same size, so I had to take one siren, cut it so it didn't have a top. So then I put two, which would have been too much smaller taillights. I put them into place, but it's coming along really good. It looks super sharp, I think, for the model I started with anyway. Okay, we'll move that guy out of the way. Put him up there. I've been working on making the scoop for the back that has it'll house the rear end cooler in that, and it's got to be plumbed and everything. And I have that well on its way. I don't have it on here. So even though I've worked on it, there's nothing really to see other than that car is gorgeous. And since these other ones are winding down, like the Tempest, that was such an amazing race. When I found out about that about a month ago, it was the little car that was just impossible to beat all these cars in a race, along with the Ferrari team. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that, but I figured I'd throw this guy in the mix. I started making him yesterday. It's of a 70 Buick Wildcat. And Tammy had bought me 9 models from clearance from Walmart about a month ago. And I couldn't think of what I wanted to do with that Buick, and also an El Camino that had a camper in it. And I couldn't think of what. And then it came to me to do a really neat camper, as if Buick would have came up with it from the factory in 1970. So that's where I'm at. Oh, and I'm making it to where it's got a lift off top, so I can put a whole bunch of detail in the inside. And so that'll be interesting, I think. Tammy and I, we lived in a camper for a year when, after the house went into foreclosure. Let's see, stick this guy back up there, because yeah, it wants to be spring-loaded now with the stuff that's inside as the spacer. Okay. There we go. Maybe leave it like that. And I'll leave it for the next time. Okay. Have a great day, guys.